In order to demonstrate how the packing solution fits into the whole pick, pack and ship methodology, we'll look in LN first. If we go to Common, Factory Track, Handling Unit-Based Packing and Handling Unit-Based Packing Parameters, we can see that Handling Unit-Based Packing implemented is set to yes, and Split Shipment Lines by Handling Unit is set to yes. I would advise at this point that the other three boxes are not selected. For this demonstration, I'm intending to pack a shipment into two boxes, put those two boxes onto one pallet, seal the pallet, load the pallet, and then finally ship the pallet. So in this example, I have created a shipment which contains two lines, and those two lines are for 20 of item 1 and 20 of item 2. What I will intend to do is I'll put 10 of each of these into box 1 and the other 10 into box 2. So if I go into Factory Track and go into the Packing submenu, go to Packing by Shipment, I will scan in the shipment number, and it's a sales manual order, and it shows me the unpacked contents of that shipment. So I've got 20 on line 10 and 20 on line 20. So I'll select the first line and say I'm actually going to put 10 of this item into a box. So I do this and I hit submit, and what this has done is it will create me a parent handling unit for the box and a dummy handling unit for the child. So now I can see I have 10 left for this and 20 left for this item. So I'm going to select the second item and I'm going to put 10. I'm going to retain the package number. So this is the box that was created in the first place. So I'm now into the same box, I'm adding 10 of the second item. So now I can see I've just got 10 and 10 of the items to pack. So I'm going to select the first item and I'm going to blank out the package because I wanted to create me a new box in this case. So I hit submit, and then I select the only remaining items, which are 10 of the second item, and I'm going to put them in the same box. So that completes the packing process. So if I go back into LN and actually have a look at that shipment now. So if we look at the handling unit structure in LN for that shipment, we can see that it has indeed created us two boxes, 2790 and 2794, which contain the items that we packed into them, containing 10 items of each. So if we look at this particular, the first one of these, we'll see that it is indeed a box. And I'm just going to note down the number, and I'm going to go back into the packing, and I'm going to do the repacking. So the idea of the repacking is I'm going to add this box to a pallet. So I scan in the handling unit, scan in the handling unit of the box, and yes, in this case, I'm going to add it, and I'm going to add it to a pallet. And I want the system now to generate me a pallet number, and it has done so. So if I go back to LN and have a look at this handling unit structure now, if I refresh it, if I look at the handling unit structure, I'll see that it has indeed created me a pallet. So 32798, which contains the box 32790. So 32798. So I now want to put box 32794 into the pallet 32798. So if I go back in here and I scan in 32794, I'm going to add it again. I'm going to add it to, in this case, I'm going to select the parent I'm putting it into, which is this pallet, and I submit. And if I go back to the handling unit structure now and refresh this, then if I look at it now, I should have a handling unit tree which contains of one pallet which contains the two boxes. So 32798 is my pallet. If I look at it in detail, I can see it's a pallet and it contains those two handling units, the two boxes which in turn contain the children. So if I take account of this handling unit number, so next I'm going to seal it. I'll go to the sealing, scan in the handling unit number. I'm going to seal it. If I want to, I can put an asset tag number if I want to collect that, and I will seal it. So now if I go back into LN, refresh this status, then I should see that if I go back to the handling unit tree, I should see that it is now frozen. The sealing process will also freeze the shipment or freeze those shipment lines if you select that option. So the final step now is to perform the load. So the load is intended to marshal all the handling units which relate to a specific shipment into one area. I can either scan in the handling unit or the shipment. If I scan in the shipment, it will just show me the handling units that need to be collated. In this case, I'm just going to scan in the handling unit. I'm going to say I'm going to load it, and the dock number is typically something like the truck number. So if it's T65432 or whatever it is, this just ensures that all pallets which relate to a single shipment are located in the same location, and no other pallets that belong to any other shipment can be put into that location. This is to ensure that we ship exactly what the shipment says it consists of. So the final step now, if I go back into LN, if I now look at the handling unit tree again, we'll see there against each of the handling units there's a little green checkbox which denotes that it is confirmed as far as LN is concerned. So that means now that this shipment can be made. So if I go to the outbound transactions, go to the shipment handling, it's a sales order, the shipment number was this. So I scan in my shipment number and it says, okay, it's already frozen, so I could unfreeze it if I want to, but no, I'm just going to confirm the shipment, process it, and that completes the process. If we just reflect what we've done, we had a shipment which was for 2 items of 20 each. We put 10 of each of those items into box 1 and 10 of each of them into box 2. We then put box 1 and box 2 onto a pallet. We then sealed the pallet, which froze the shipment lines that related to the contents of the pallet. We then loaded that pallet into a specific area. If there'd been multiple pallets, then we would have needed to have loaded all of those into that same area. Once we had done that, and each of those pallets had that green checkbox associated with it, we were then in a position to confirm the shipment. This completes this video.